Okay, I'm gonna have to pre-warn you guys with something about today's guide. So, this is the last stage of Maria Nearl, MN-EX-8, and I gotta say this is a really difficult stage because, well, in the normal mode, you could have an easy time here and there, but when you enter the challenge mode, holy heck, those 6 tiles that they ban, they're banning a lot of crucial tiles that a lot of you want to deploy your operators on, especially because of those healing tiles that you see on the map. So, it ends up becoming a situation where you cramp everyone so close to the blue box and there might not just be enough damage that goes around the map. So I'm going to show you guys how you can clear this with a simple squad to bring along. Although, please note that in like the first 3/4 of the map, it's going to be very easy to follow. There's not a lot of steps, but once those 2 boss kick in, the difficulty ramps up so hard. Alright, so there's gonna be a little bit timing specific of a guide to follow if you really want to use my guide. But let me take you through some explanations here. How can you go about clearing this stage? Most importantly, see the weaknesses of the enemies. You can see that there's a variety of enemies over here, where some are weak to physical damage, while the others are weak to arts damage. For example, this guy over here, the pincer, he's weaker to physical, and then you can see for the elite, well, he's weak to everything. The Nightclub Elite and the Shielder, they're weak to arts damage, while the Nightclub, the Blade Hell, he's weak to physical damage. And for the 2 bosses, they have a opposite kind of situation as well. For the Corrupted Knight, he prefers arts damage dealt onto him, and for the Withered Knight, this is the range shooting one, he prefers physical damage. So it becomes quite a difficult choice when it goes when it comes into thinking, how can I plan a strat that you guys can use without bringing too many 6-stars around? Which 6-star can kill a boss when both of them prefer different types of damage? So, to do that, we are going to be borrowing or taking in a Chen Alter at skill 3 and 3. Chen Alter is able to pierce through so much of the high defense enemies on this map, making her a very viable choice. But she's going to need way more support than just herself. So let me bring you through all the operators. If you don't have a skill 3 and 3 Chen Alter, please borrow from a friend, and if you don't have a friend with that, you can come to my Discord server. You can surely add someone with a Chen Alter. Then, next up, you want a Vanguard. You want to be able to deploy all your operators as fast as possible, so bring the best Vanguard that you have. Myrtle is a good example. You've got Elysium, you've got a Silac, or you've got other Vanguards that you have that is strongly built. Go ahead and take them in the stage. Alright? Then take 2 defenders, bring along your best defenders you've ever gotten. So it's kind of preferable that they can self-heal. So people like Saria and No are great. Or if they have a high defense, maybe a Hoshiguma, a Nien, Hora, Bison, also good choices on this map. Then bring along the best marksman sniper or anti-air sniper in your account. Cruz and Jessica is the lowest that you can go, but if you've got an Exia, you've got a Blue Poison, a Keto, Platinum, they are wonderful replacements onto these 2 snipers that you see here. Then you'll find that there's a lot of medics, there's a multi-target medic, and there's 2 single-target medic. Just with this amount of healing power, you'll find that your defenders is able to sustain themselves through this map. So bring, of course, the bestest ones that you have. The higher the rarity, the better it's going to get. Single-target medic, you can replace with a Susuro, Warfarin, a Shining, Tuye. Those are great examples. Perfumer, Nightingale, excellent over here. And then you also have Telopsis, another great choice, helps you to supercharge Chen skill if you need to. And the final operator is a core caster, and in this case I brought a Haze. If you want to replace her, Aya Fiala, holy heck, she's gonna simplify this level so hard. You've got a Hyobi, an Ifrit, Epsine, whatever caster that you have that's built, maybe even a Click, they are gonna do just fine in replacing Haze. Just don't take 3 stars to it, probably not enough damage. Amiya, also good choice onto Haze. And there's 3 free slots behind, so you can bring the strongest operators that you have built in your account, apart from just replacing the first 10 that you see there. Alright? The idea of bringing Chen and Haze, because if you notice, they are like the 2 main damage dealers here. Chen is able to kill basically everything on the map, but the one enemy that she's going to struggle with is this particular boss, the Corrupted Knight. Because the Corrupted Knight has such a high HP, and he prefers arts damage over physical damage, Chen's still gonna need some extra help in order to deal with this guy, which is why we're bringing along a Haze or any core caster that you want. Alright, let's now play the stage. I realized my squad said EX7, but it's supposed to be changed to EX8, don't mind that. Okay, to begin the stage, usual stuff, place in the Vanguard. always one of the popular first steps in any stage. Alright, so charge up Myrtle skill right over there, and then you got enough deployment points you can place in Chen. So Chen's gonna deal with all the smaller mobs easily over there. They can place the next few operators, so you're gonna set up the defense right in that area. Put another defender. And you're gonna see that there's a drone flying in, so don't keep your Vanguard there for too long. Actually trade out your Vanguard for a sniper to get you that drone that will spawn you a stun mine, useful later on in the map. Okay, the drone has been destroyed. You can remove Cruz now, and you can replace her with a healing medic. In this case, I'm gonna put my multi-target one. Now the shielder boys, these guys who prefer arts damage, don't worry, we've got Chen's skill. You can use a skill as soon as you see they get into the defender's range. Then, you're gonna see a wave of drones coming in on the right later. We want all the stun mines that we can get. So, set up your best snipers over here, one here facing to the right. And we'll wait for crews to respawn in a bit. Alright. Now, once the middle lane enemies have been wiped out, you can remove the operators that is on the upper half of the map. In this case, I place a spot there, I place a perfumer there, time to take them out. You'll see why in a bit why I asked you to do that. So place your two snipers, we've got Jessica up there and Cruz right below to deal with the drones and to give you a beautiful stun mine. Chen will do some cleanup work, she'll kill those straying drones that's going right behind. And you can stop Chen's kill as soon as she's managed to kill all of them. Now you can remove the snipers, and here is where you need to start paying close attention to the game. So, we're gonna use 2 stun mines against those swordsmen over there. So place one stun mine for them, and wait until they get unstunned. You can place another stun mine onto them. Alright, so you can place the second one, just like that. And then it's time to set up your defense on the back line there. So we're gonna place back our multi-target medic. You see, if I place the multi-target medic earlier before, that archer boy is gonna shoot onto her. And that's what we do not want. We want him to walk past so that we can set up our defenses nice and sweetly. So medics go in. I'm gonna place the next medic right over here. And then I'm also gonna place the last defender. Right? So just like that, my squad is kind of holding out now. I'm gonna turn on spot skill, it's very dangerous over there. Now I'm gonna place a Myrtle here. So, why I'm placing a Myrtle here right now is that the archer boss, he's got a very strong purple arrow stocked up in his stash, and he's ready to fire it at the first person that gets in his range. So you place a Myrtle there so that he wouldn't strike down on Ansel so quickly. Alright? Now, you're gonna see... I recommend you to slow down the stage. There's a few things you need to take notice. So, you can see that he's about to strike onto Myrtle right about now. Alright? So you can let him just land his purple arrow, just like that. This is a signal, you can remove Myrtle. Next, I want you to do this. So you can remove your defenders. You're gonna notice that at this point in time, Chen doesn't have the attack down debuff. Right around this point in the strategy. This is a sign that you really could put that to use. So, I remove Cardigan, correct? After I remove Myrtle. You can remove Spot now, as well. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna place a stun mine. We're gonna stop them, alright? So it's okay if Perfumer goes down. Oh, but Perfumer survived, so that's nice. Now remove the medic that's at the bottom over there and replace it with a caster. Now, Chen still has her beautiful attack nice in her stash. Go ahead, use Chen's skill onto all of the enemies there. And you're gonna notice the boss and the knight boys nicely in the range of this stun mine. So put it to use, activate a stun mine onto them. Alright? The knight boys are gonna wake up once again. Once they're fully charged, I'm gonna use another stun mine to stop them so that they don't attack debuff my dearest Chen. You really don't want Chen to get her attack down. If that happens, the strategy will really fall apart. That's why these timings are really, really crucial. Now, gauge when you think the boss are gonna get unstunned. If you're nervous, play the stage slowly. You see them wake up, it's a good sign to put down the mine. I'm gonna gauge, I think it's somewhere around now that they're gonna be awake. They didn't wake up, but it's fine. Alright. Now you can add some damage onto this archer boss. As I mentioned, he prefers sniper damage. So you can put your 2 snipers over here to deal with him. And then the caster, her skill is kind of ready. I'm going to activate it. And I'm going to keep placing stun mines onto them to hold them back. Alright. And then just like that, I can place my last stun mine onto this boss that prefers the arts damage over there. He's do the final killing. And that's how it goes. So I really recommend you to slow it down. You need to see what's going on in the stage because you have so little range to deal with in the challenge mode, which is why it's a tough map. This strategy involves killing the bosses immediately. I don't like to stall things. So if you don't like that as well, you want a fast strategy to get things done and cleared, this is a way that I'll recommend. But if not, if you like maybe holding things back, especially because you think you don't have the operators for it, I think Killstin has another strategy to offer to you guys where it involves stalling the 2 bosses and killing them at the same time. Or if you're a stronger player, you can search out some MN-EX-8 guides right now. There are some people who did this stage with only 2 6 stars, 3 6 stars. Very good guides to use for veteran players. Alright, so that's that for my guide. I hope you guys find it useful and that you get some understanding as to how to clear the stage. Okay, that's the end of my Maria Nearl series. I shall see you guys in the next videos. Lots of videos coming up. Okay, bye all!